Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. I am Zena and this is Zena Fumes. For this video, I will be talking about everything vanilla. Vanilla for almost every occasion, vanilla mixed with certain notes that gives it a different life, but just vanilla. If you're a vanilla lover and you want to learn more about these perfumes, stick around. So, for this video, I have about 8 categories with a special mention at the end. So it could be, again, as I mentioned at the intro, it could be a mix of vanilla with certain types of notes or vanilla for a specific occasion. I have a couple of options for each type of category. So why don't we just dive in? And the first category I have is floral vanillas. I have a couple of those, but I enjoy vanilla altogether. Like I have tons of vanilla perfumes. And if you enjoyed this video, let me know in the comments section if you'd like me to do another one. I can do part 2, part 3, part 4, even more with vanilla perfumes. So just let me know in the comment section and then I can take it from there. So the first category, as I mentioned, is for floral perfumes, and the first perfume I have is by the house of Van Cleef and Arpels, and it's called Orchide Vanille. Here it is. Yes, it's denting. The dent is denting, definitely. This is probably, I've had this perfume for quite some time, and this is probably my 4th or 5th bottle. I stopped counting, but this is a very strong resinous vanilla. Even though it says orchide, I haven't seen an orchid note. Actually, let me read you the notes. It has vanilla absolute, it has violet, Bulgarian rose, mandarin, lychee, bitter almond, and more notes. But the more, I'm sure, does not contain orchid. However, it has some notes of flowers or floral notes. So this is definitely, I wore it year round, me personally, but that's me. I like heavier perfumes. This is on the heavier side. Very good to have in your collection if you don't have that many options for vanilla perfumes. Back in the days, this used to be super expensive, but lately I've seen the prices have come down a bit, especially in those reseller sites. I would encourage you to first always sample, and then if you decide to buy it, then make sure that you get a good discount for it. But this is a definite strong vanilla perfume, resinous, lasts forever, projects like crazy. This is just awesome and tons of compliment getter. So if you haven't tried it, give it a shot. The next perfume that I have is from one of my favorite perfume houses. They know how to make perfume and they know how to make strong perfumes. And specifically for this type of DNA, they knew how to make this one and really stands out for me. I have quite a bit of Tuberose vanilla perfumes, but this one is one of my favorite. And this is none other than Love Tuberose by Amouage. As you can see, like the bottle is very unique. All their feminine perfumes, they come in this shape of a bottle, and the male ones have a different shape as well. I really enjoyed this perfume because if you're not familiar with the note of Tuberose, it has a sweet kick to it, and then mix that with vanilla, that's it. Chef's kiss. Like, it's super delicious, super sweet, and I feel comfortable wearing this year round. It's light and it's sweet and it's just attractive and it's innocent in its own way, but it's just amazing. So if you haven't tried it, try it out. If you have, let me know in the comment section about your thoughts regarding Love Tuberose. The next category, it's actually one of my favorite categories because it highlights one of my favorite perfumes. I'm actually going to do just a video on this specific perfume because I love it so much. It was an eye-opener for me. It took me a while to sample it after I ordered the sample, but once I did, there was no turning back. Like, I went on a hunt for anything and everything that smells like it, and luckily enough, the perfumer that made it has made about 3 or 4 other perfumes that have the same, I wouldn't say the same, but very similar DNAs. So this category is leather vanilla perfumes, and this perfume is none other than the one, the only Babycat. if you know me, you know the love I have for this perfume. Like, this is just mind-blowing vanilla. But it's not your innocent sweet vanilla. Oh no, this is a strong one. Initially, when you spray it, the spices come out. It has black pepper, pink pepper, and it punch you in the face. But it's a good punch. Like, you'll take it like a grown-up. It's really, really good. As it continues to grow on your body chemistry, your skin, then it turns into this sweetness vanilla that is still spicy, with a kick of suede. It has suede leather, and then it also has some amount of incense. So you combine all those three, this is a strong projecting unisex perfume. Amazing, amazing to have. Thank God now you can find it in most of the reseller sites. Initially, when I got it, it was nowhere available. I had to ship it from Canada. So there you have it. But please do your research, sample it. There is an affordable version of this perfume. It's called Babycat by Paris Corner, which is like less than 30 bucks, which also smells very, very similar to this. That will be also a good point to start as well. But be warned, if you don't like leather and if you don't like spicy vanilla, this is not for you. But if you do, you have a big, big treat waiting for you. This is amazing. And like I said, I'll do a video on the other types of options for Babycat, but this is a phenomenal one to have. The next perfume I have in the same category for leather vanilla is by also one of my favorite houses that they just know how to make perfumes. They just know. And they're very detailed. The material that they use for their perfumes, they are exceptional. They are on the pricey side and really hard to find it on sale, but when you do, jump on the opportunity if you decide to buy a bottle. But in the meantime, I strongly urge you to sample it. And this perfume is none other than Vanille Havane, and this is by the house of Les Indemodable. Another amazing perfume house, just amazing. This is also a boozy, leathery, it has all the heavy hitter perfume notes. Let me read it for you. It has vanilla, of course, tobacco, go figure, rum, amber, cacao, leather, dried fruits, and floral notes. So it has all the heavy hitters, like tobacco's heavy, leather is heavy, cacao has that powdery, spicy kick to it. And then, of course, rum. That's like the alcohol side of it that gives it strength, and amber, which is resinous. So very, very, very well blended, well made perfume that is a must try in my opinion. So if you haven't tried it, please give it a shot. Following the leathery perfume notes, the next category is the Boozy Vanillas. Yes, another perfume that just blew my socks off. Like, it just took my breath away. Another one that I had the sample, but I took my time, and then once I tried it, I was just addicted. I was hooked to a point where usually when you sample perfume, you want to sample it on your skin. And this perfume, I sprayed it on my wrist. I brought it like this, and usually you sniff it and then you remove your hand so that you can process the notes. But with this one, I couldn't remove my wrist from my nose. It stayed there for at least a good 10 plus seconds, because this perfume just takes you on a journey and the destination of how sweet the vanilla smells at the end. Mind-blowing. This, for boozy perfumes, the next perfume I'm going to talk to you about, is just as good as Babycat for the leathery perfumes. Like, for me, Babycat and this next perfume, they're like neck to neck. The sweetness you get from both of the vanillas at the end, one has that leathery kick to it, spicy kick to it. This one has a boozy kick to it. Phenomenal, to die for. They will always be in my collection, and I haven't found any perfume that could outshine them up to today. If you know one, let me know. I probably have it, but just let me know. But this perfume that I am referring to is none other than Vanillee by Lorenzo Pazzaglia. Let me tell you something. The Italians, the French know how to make perfume, like we all know that. But the Italians know how to make sweet, vanilla, or fruity perfumes. So far, they haven't disappointed me, and this is a very good example of that. And this one stands out the most to me because the perfumer, he's actually a chef turned perfumer. So you know, chefs, they know scents because they use all their senses when they cook. Their taste buds, their nose, their eyes, whole combination. So someone who already has that kind of experience now making perfumes, oh, I would trust them. And I have like, of course I have their entire sample set, but I also have about 6-7 perfumes from this line because his perfumes are phenomenal. They really stand out to me. If you haven't tried it, please give him a shot. Don't let this black bottle fool you. The juice inside, it's juicy, okay? It's that good. It's amazing, 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 phenomenal, delicious boozy vanilla. If the booziness is too much for you, he has made another one called S3xy, I think that's what it's called. Yes, I have that one too. And that one is a toned down version of Vampire. So if this one is too much for you, I would strongly recommend to try S3xy. You can't go wrong. This next perfume, one, I love the house. I mean, they went viral on social media and they're known for a totally different perfume, but to me, this is also one of their classics. Unfortunately, and this is very controversial because this perfume is actually on their male line. And to be quite honest with you, to me, this leans more feminine. But I can settle for unisex, but no, don't tell me this is for the male line because it's that good. And a lot of women talk about it more than men from what I've seen so far. And this is none other than Althair by Parfums de Marly. Yes, Parfums de Marly is the house that brought you Delina. If you don't know what Delina is, or welcome. Yes, this is another boozy one that to me, it really reminds me of the holiday season, like Christmas, Thanksgiving, that cold weather kind of perfume. And it just hugs you and it gives you warmth. And it does that very, very well. Whenever I wear this, I get compliments because it's so distinct and unique and just amazing. And we're in the middle of winter, so this cannot come any handy. Like, this is perfect timing for this perfume. Just to give you the notes, it has bourbon vanilla, cinnamon, cardamom, orange blossom. Wow, I didn't know it had orange blossom. I could not smell the orange blossom. Praline, tonka, musk, and a few other notes. So yes, it has the cardamom, cinnamon. That one you can actually pick up. And of course the bourbon vanilla, you mix that with the cinnamon and cardamom. Just a perfect mix. Again, this is for like probably evening wear or cold weather wear for sure. If you haven't tried it, please do so. At the end of this video, the last category, I have a couple of affordable versions of some of these perfumes, and I'll have an affordable version of this one that I'll be sharing at the end, so stay tuned. The next category is S3xy Vanillas. In case you didn't know, vanilla already on its own is known to be an aphrodisiac. So it gets the job done, to say it lightly. But these perfumes, both of the perfumes I'm about to share with you, the first one, the name speaks for itself, and the second one, I'll share the story behind it. But to me, they're both very, very sexy. And to me, sexiness comes from within, but sometimes you need that additional motivation, and these two perfumes really bring that side out of you, if that makes sense. So the first one, without further ado, is by the House of Initio, and it is Absolute Aphrodisiac. Yeah, this is a heavenly, another warm, heavenly, intoxicating, classy, chic, very luxe vanilla. Again, I wouldn't wear this or recommend it for cooler weather. It's more like for evening wear. I wouldn't even wear this during the day because, well, it depends on your plan, but you might. And I might too, who knows? But this is really, really good, really sexy vanilla. Of course, it has vanilla, it has amber, it has leather, musk, castoreum, and white flowers. Again, I cannot pick up the white flowers in this perfume, but everything else, yes, it's just amazing, amazing, amazing. Another one that you can find in an affordable price if you shop around, but this house, they know how to make perfume. By the way, I think it's the same company that they're like sister brands with Parfums de Marly. So go figure. So if you haven't tried it, try it. If you have, please let me know in the comment section about your thoughts for Absolute Aphrodisiac. The next perfume, I'm going to change the name a little bit because I don't know if there's a rule on YouTube where you can't say certain words, but hey, I didn't give it the name. It came as it is. And this is none other than Tom Ford Vanilla Sex. I prefer to call it vanilla entanglement. I enjoy using that word. Yes, vanilla entanglement. And let me tell you how it got its name, which is very interesting to me. When this perfume was created, they used like different types of vanillas and they brought them together so they could work with each other and create something unique and different. So the vanillas working together is what, get it? Like connect the dots. That's what the vanilla having an entanglement. They gave you this magical perfume called Vanilla Sex or Vanilla Entanglement. The bottle, as you can see, it has like a very almondish kind of look. That's because it has almond in it, besides of course vanilla. But another thing, I believe Tom Ford, like he had a vanilla created, like a very unique vanilla from India specifically for this perfume, that could only be used for this perfume. So that on its own makes this perfume unique. To me, it smells amazing. It smells sexy. I don't reach for it as much because, again, it's unique and it's not something that I can wear on a daily basis. But when I do, yeah, I use it a lot. So that's why I prefer to have the 30 ml larger size. I think it will be a waste for me. And it's strong. Some people say it doesn't last too long, but it does for me. So if you haven't tried it, try it. Let me know. This is polarizing for people, especially if you don't like almond. You may not enjoy this, but I do. So there you have it. Let me know in the comment section your thoughts about Vanilla Entanglement. The next two vanilla perfumes that I'm going to cover are for your everyday wear. It's really hard to create a perfume that could apply to any and every occasion. If you can create one, then you are set as a perfumer. At least that's how I think, in my opinion, because hey, if I have one that hits all categories, why do I need 7, 8 different vanillas, right? And these two, especially the first one that I'm about to share, if you have like a very exotic event, like you're going to a gala or a party or a wedding, like something big, it represents. If you want to go to work, it represents. If you want to just sit and do a Netflix kind of day, it represents. It works. It fits every category. And it's so classy. It's so well made. And this is one of the reasons why I really, really appreciate this perfumer. And unfortunately, this perfumer is known for something totally different. And I feel like this should be the perfume that should put this guy on the map. If you've been living on this earth, you would know the perfume house. It's the same perfume house that brought you Baccarat Rouge. And this perfume is none other than Gentle Fluidity Gold. So this is my second bottle, just FYI. This is their largest bottle, which is like their 200 ml if I'm not mistaken. Boy, oh boy, oh boy, or a girl, whatever you want to call it. This is magical. This purple juice, it's juicy. Let me say, initially when you buy it, the color is very transparent, more like watery, but the vanilla does its work and it changes to this deep, dark color. And that's when it comes to life. I know people who buy the liquid with the transparent color and just sit it out so that it can macerate and turn into this color so that they can really enjoy the strength and power and the uniqueness of this perfume. And it's just beautiful. It's beautiful. It's classy. It's very, very classy. That's why I think it works for every occasion. It's very simple and yet it's very sophisticated, very addictive and yet very everyday wear. Like, and it doesn't bother everyone, but yet it projects and like people enjoy it. Like, it's a very universal type of perfume and you can't go wrong. This is also another perfume that will always be in my collection. Whenever I don't know what perfume to wear, this is the first one I reach out to because I know I cannot go wrong with this perfume. That's how good it is. So if you haven't tried it, try it and let me know. Let me read you the notes real quick. Of course, it has vanilla, it has juniper berries, amberwood, musk, nutmeg, coriander, and caramel. Or some people call it what? Caramel? Caramel. So there you have it. Try it. Let me know if you have. Again, in the comment section, let me know what you think. This next perfume, I was introduced to it, I think, about a month or two ago, end of last year. There are a couple of perfumes that I really, really enjoy, like when it comes to true, simple vanilla perfumes. But both of those perfumes, they have one issue, which is longevity. At least they don't last on me. And both of them are not cheap. So I was so frustrated because I love those perfumes. I even got the oil still, like they don't last. And then the Italians heard and they said, no problem. And they created this perfume, which puts those two perfumes to shame, to say the least. Like, they went all out. And this perfume house is none other than Profumum Roma. And this perfume that I'm referring to is called Gioiosa, which means joyful in Italy, I believe. This was actually a 2023 release because it says that on the bottle and on the back of the bottle. And it projects, you only need 2 sprays. If you don't know about this perfume house, their perfumes have a very high oil concentration and they're very linear. Most of the time perfumes, like they have the top, the middle notes, and the base notes. But with this perfume house, usually it's one note, that's what you get, and you can rub it and it will not impact those different layers or notes. So all you need is 2 sprays, that's it. So I sprayed once on my right, once on my right, and then my left, and then I rubbed it with my armrest, and that was it. It lasts all day. It's delicious. It's just, ooh, yeah. If oof could describe it, that's what it is. I could wear this anytime, any day, any occasion, anywhere, and still represent. Because it's sophisticated and yet it's simple, it's delicious, and it doesn't offend anyone. And the fact that it's just all vanilla, it blows my mind. So if you love vanilla, you can never go wrong with this. If you don't like vanilla, I know vanilla is not everyone's best note, then so be it. But to me, this is heavenly. And the notes are vanilla, coconut, amber, orange, jasmine, moss, and bergamot. I cannot for the life of me smell the orange, the jasmine, the moss, or bergamot. Even the amber. No, to me it's just vanilla, I'm sorry. And it has some lactonic, milky nature to it, but that's about it. Oh, the 2 perfumes that I think are similar to this are Tichota by the House of Indult and Fire a Will by Jovoy. So if you have those 2 and you really like those 2 perfumes, you will love this because this is those 2 on steroids. I think I've said enough, but if you haven't tried it, please try it. Now we're going to move into the fruity vanillas. And I am so glad I have the opportunity to highlight this perfume because it was created in partnership with one of the content creators, perfume content creators, Her name is Aisha. I think her handle is AI the Great. And she partnered with the House of Navitas, and they created this magical perfume that reminds me of something I smelled when I was back home. Back home is in Ethiopia. I just can't put my hands on what it is, but I know this scent. This perfume is called Ambrosia Imperial. Look at the bottle. It's very classy, very simple, and yet exotic. The scent is just as delicious. It's probably, the scent is much better than the bottle for sure. But what makes this perfume unique is, of course, it has vanilla, but the fruity note that's in this vanilla that makes it stand out is banana. Yes, banana. Can you imagine? In a perfume. Yes, they made it happen. She made it happen. This is really exotic, really nice. It is strong and it will last you for a long time. Very strong. So try it. They even have the body spray, if I'm not mistaken. So check out their website. Every now and then they will have sale discounts. So take advantage of that if you need to get the bottle. But always sample first, as always. But this is a definite must-have. This next perfume is also a fruity vanilla. I came to really enjoy and love this perfume house in 2024, and I truly plan on expanding my collection in this perfume because boy, they know how to make perfumes. Another house. This is a Middle Eastern house on the expensive side, and this house is none other than the House of Gioiosa, and this is Black 2. This, I would say, one of the simplest, easy to wear vanilla perfumes, fruity vanilla perfumes that I truly and genuinely enjoy. If you love Treasure by the House of Maison, you would really and truly enjoy this one. And the best part is this one lasts forever. I know the other perfume doesn't last as much or as long, but this one does. So this one will be definitely worth your money. Give it a shot, sample it. Again, it has vanilla, it has plum, it has mandarin orange, it has musk, sandalwood, rose, and moss. Really well made, strong projecting perfume, vanilla perfume, fruity vanilla perfume. The next category which is the dessert lactonic types of vanillas. So the first one, another strong one, but to me, maybe it's the name, I don't know, but this perfume reminds me of, well, I shouldn't say reminds me of, but when I think of this perfume, I think of Italy. And this perfume is none other than Amore Cafe by Mansera. This is delicious. Like, to me, it smells like coffee with ice cream, literally. And I don't know how they were able to create that note, but let me read you what it has. It has coffee, of course, amaretto. Amaretto is, I believe, what they use to when they make tiramisu desserts. That alcoholic coffee kick in that you taste in a tiramisu dessert. I believe that's what they use. It also has vanilla, it has ice cream, brown sugar, and ambergris. So all the deliciousness is in this bottle, and really well projecting, delicious. Like, makes you want to eat yourself. This one actually, it can go to a very good discount in some of the reseller sites. You can find it less than $100. This is the 100 ml. So shop around if you decide to get it, but as always, sample first. This perfume house, they have some affordable versions in their perfume line. They also have a very good discount. So again, shop around before you make the purchase and always sample. This next perfume that I'm going to share is more on the lactonic side of notes, which is more milky, more creamy, and in other words, more delicious. Unfortunately, there's another perfume that gets mentioned first whenever that note is discussed, and that perfume is Bianco Latte. However, that's not the perfume I'm highlighting for this video, because I truly and honestly believe that this perfume outshines Bianco Latte. To me, this one is just well made, and this is a first for the house. I know they created a couple of perfumes later last year, which were not my favorite at all, because once you do it right, it's hard to top that one. And yes, to me, this perfume is everything, and this is none other than Escapade Gourmand by Maison. This perfume has vanilla, of course, musk, tonka beans, benzoin, and sugarcane. Really amazing, well made, addictive. I believe it has caramel too, if I'm not mistaken. I'm surprised it's not mentioned here. But really addictive perfume. Like, I will always have this, to a point where it really helped me to tolerate some of the perfumes that I feel like I have outgrown. For example, Angel's Share by Kilian. It used to be a love for me. But throughout the years, it just went down the drain. I don't know why. And I love boozy perfumes. I've already shared a couple with you, but I just can't seem to stand that perfume. But when I wear it with this perfume, it tones down the screechy booziness that I get from Angel's Share. And Angel's Share gives this perfume some level of booziness, and the two combine, and it's just magic. They make magic. So if you haven't tried it, please, you will not regret having this. This doesn't bother anyone. It could be a signature scent, but to me, it's just heavenly. That's the best way I can describe it. So, Escapade Gourmand. So now the last category, which is the affordable versions of some of these perfumes. So the next one I'm going to share, it's not inspired by any perfume, but if you ask me what it smells very close to, I would say Escapade Gourmand, because it has that lactonic note. But yet it can stand on its own 2 feet. Like, it doesn't need to be categorized as an inspired by perfume. And this perfume is none other than Empire Victor by the House of Hadlaj. I think that's how they say it. This perfume actually has 2 formulations. One was created to April 2024, and the other one is created after April 2024. I think currently you can easily find the one that was created after April 2024, but to me, the prior one, which is this one, is what it made me fall in love with the notes. I believe the one that was created after has lemon. I don't smell lemon in here. All I smell is vanilla and lactonic, creamy vanilla. That's heavenly. It's just amazing. And this one, I think it goes for $50 if I'm not mistaken. I don't know if the price has changed since then, but I secured another bottle just in case. That's how good it is, especially when you know that there's a new formulation. Yeah, you want to secure the original. If you haven't tried it, try it. The only issue with this perfume, it doesn't last. Hopefully through maceration, the longevity becomes longer, but for that price point, I don't mind spraying this 24/7. Like, this is good, like good, really good to have. The next one I shared earlier that I was going to share an affordable version of it, and that perfume was Althair by Parfums de Marly. And please, I am very pleased to introduce to you Liquid Brun by French Avenue. Another very affordable. When I got this, it was less than $30, which was on sale. Like, the price is already affordable and it was on sale, so it was less than $30. I don't know how much it goes for now, but when I spray Althair on one arm and this Liquid Brun on another one, I could barely smell the difference. Like, to me, they smell so identical. And this perfume has become super popular because it is affordable and it gives you more or less of the same outcome. So if you haven't got your nose on this one, please do so. I hear a lot of content creators talk about this. That's because it is that good. So if you haven't tried it, try it. Definitely worth having. I have one last perfume, which is a special mention, because again, this perfume was created by another content creator who has been very nice to me throughout my journey of becoming a content creator and a fellow fragrance passionate hobbyist, if that's a word. But she's been very nice to me, and she makes really good recommendations on her site. And she was able to partner with the House of Navitas again. Shout out to Navitas. And was able to create this magic called Vanilla Eclat. And this is by Chris. Chris, shout out to you. This is definitely, the minute I sprayed this and smelled it, I felt like eating myself because it's that delicious. But there's one note that makes this perfume very unique, and I don't think I have that note in any of my perfume collection, and that note is rice. Yes, believe it or not, this perfume has a note of rice, and that's what makes it unique. So if you haven't tried it, again, I strongly recommend. This is a good choice to have. And again, if you haven't checked out the House of Navitas, I believe there are other content creators who have partnered with them as well. So they have some really good selections and really good perfumes. So if you haven't checked them out, please do so. But once again, shout out to Chris, who was able to partner with them and create this magic called Vanilla Eclat. All right, so that's a lot of vanillas that I have shared with you. Let me know your thoughts again. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please, I appreciate your support. This is going to help me grow and expand and become bigger and do more reviews for you. Again, if you haven't shared your comments in the comments section, please go ahead and do so. I also have other links to other videos that I've done, such as floral perfumes that you can use for different occasions, and others I believe are also in the description at the bottom of the page. So please go ahead and check it out. Until the next one, take care of yourself and each other. Be kind to one another and stay fumed. Talk to you later. Bye.